Guys, how's it going? This right here is the Amazfit GTR 2, the smartwatch that I've been using for quite some time now. And see, I am coming from a Wear OS smartwatch. So for this, I really had to experience it truly and compare it with Wear OS. And I'll be very honest, after having used it for quite some time now, I am very confident in saying that this should be, could be, but it really should be your next smartwatch or your first smartwatch, depending on whether you've used a smartwatch before or not. But yeah, what I'm saying is this is definitely worth a buy. Why do I say that? Well, this is Varun from Guiding Tech and you're watching my long-term review of the Amazfit GTR 2. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with the design first. One look at this and it kind of reminds me of the Realme Watch S Pro. I mean, I'll be honest, I had both the smartwatches with me at some point of time and yeah, they do look quite similar for a while, but I genuinely prefer the Amazfit GTR 2 here. It's quite minimal and very lightweight. Also, the strap here, while sort of flimsy, is actually very good and does not leave any marks on my wrist even after extended usage. Speaking of which, it's a quick release 22mm strap, so you can replace it quite easily if you want to. Of course, the major interactive part about any smartwatch is, well, the display. And the display on this thing is superb. I was gonna say amazing, but that's too much of using the same pun. So yeah, let's just go with superb. The 1.39-inch AMOLED panel is pretty much the standard in this category, and this one comes with an ODLC coating that protects it against all sorts of rough usage. Heck, in my usage, I've had it rub alongside edges of tables, doors, like this. A little sharp, obviously, this is not that sharp. And it has even survived a couple of falls. Now, I know Amazfit as a brand would not enjoy the fact that I did use it quite roughly, but to their credit, the watch has managed to survive all of it and has shown minimal signs of wear and tear. I mean, it still looks brand new, which is really good. Now, one thing that I really love about this watch is the number of watch faces on board. First off, there are a plethora of watch faces available from the company itself. Then you have the store, which offers even more options. And even if that wasn't enough, you can head over to amazfitwatchfaces.com to find even more watch faces for this. I mean, seriously, that is how you do custom watch faces. Now, we've had options from other brands as well, but honestly, on a very personal note, and I think everyone would agree with this, which is that the number of watch faces available for an Amazfit device is truly unmatchable. Okay, now watch faces are one thing, but I have to seriously admire the kind of effort and changes that the team has put into optimizing and basically revamping the whole software experience on the Amazfit watch. Like seriously, if you watched my previous review of the Amazfit GTS, the one biggest complaint that I had with the watch was in terms of the software. The animations weren't that amazing and it did lack in some specific key areas. Thankfully, a lot of that has been fixed with the GTR 2. The scrolling and animations look good, the app drawer has been redesigned to curve properly and is quite easy to access. The quick settings have been revamped and make a lot more sense, and the notification part is also slightly tweaked now. Now I say slightly because, well, you still can't reply to them. Like seriously, Amazfit, I mean, considering how much work you've put into making this watch and the software so good, I think it's time that you added quick replies at least. Like, I'm not asking for a keyboard, like a proper keyboard or voice input, but please, quick replies. I mean, like even bands have that feature now. I'm genuinely getting tired of ranting about this feature again and again for every different smartwatch that we review. But seriously, like Amazfit is one of the brands that I genuinely expected this out of. Please give us quick replies at least. Now, to their credit, they have fixed one of my other complaints, which is that you can still use the GTR 2 to, well, take calls. Obviously, it takes the added step of having to pair the GTR 2 as a Bluetooth device, but once you've done that, the watch comes with its own mic and speaker, and you can easily take calls. Also, the speaker is quite adequately loud, which is enough. Not just for taking calls, but also for listening to music, which is why the GTR 2 also comes with 3GB of internal music storage. Now obviously you can use the speaker to listen to music, or you can pair your headphones or earphones or whatever with the watch and then listen on those without having the need of your smartphone, which is quite smart. Obviously Huawei did it first, but yeah, it's nice to see other companies follow the footsteps. Basically, that just makes it a lot more easier when you're using your smartwatch whenever you're out on a run or jogging or just exercising. Speaking of which, let's talk about the tracking on the GTR 2. Well, the step tracker on this is really good, but other than that, I would have to say it's kind of been inconsistent. Like, especially in the GPS part, for some random reason, it would just lose its connection or signal for very random reasons, and that would just happen out of the blue. And okay, it's not that common of an occurrence, but it does happen. And then there's the sleep tracking. Like, okay, it works fine for when you're sleeping at night. And while the company says that it can track naps in day, which it can if you're napping for over 20 minutes, it wasn't as accurate as you would expect it to be. Like, obviously, I'm just comparing it right now. I'll be very honest, I'm comparing it with the Mi Band 5. That is a band, mind you, and that has one of the best tracking facilities available on any smart tracking wearable. If your smartwatch can't even compete with a band that's priced for 3000 something, then yeah, you have to seriously consider your options. And yeah, that is what takes me off. I mean, Amazfit is great. The tracking on this is very good for when it works, but the inconsistency factor really sets me off. Thankfully, what does not set me off is the battery life on the GTR 2. I mean, the battery life on the GTR 2 is absolutely phenomenal. Like, okay, my go-to recommendation when it comes to a smartwatch with great features and exceptionally great battery life has always been Huawei and Honor. This one stands right next to them in the podium, like probably sharing the same spot because this also lasts 14 days without any extra top-ups required in between. 14 days on a single charge is exceptionally great battery life, and that is something that only brands like Amazfit and Huawei Honor are able to claim, and not just claim, actually deliver on that. If you compare it with the competition, Wear OS smartwatches usually die between 1.5 to 2 days. Samsung's watches also last around the same time. Let's not talk about Apple watches here. No, simply because they don't work with Android devices. But yeah, you get the point. So yeah, Amazfit really has that working for it in its favor. Now to charge it, it has the standard magnetic pin charger which we have come to expect, and we have no complaints there either. Okay, so is the Amazfit GTR 2 worth your money? Well, I would say yeah. See, personally, I've been daily driving the Oppo Watch simply because I'm too accustomed to the Wear OS as a software experience. The ability to reply to SMSs is great, and yeah, I do enjoy the ability to install my custom apps on that watch as well. That said, it's not the best smartwatch out there by any means. It's great for a lot of people, which I said in my review of the Oppo Watch, but it's not the best by any means, and neither is the GTR 2. For starters, if it comes to tracking, neither of those options is something that you should be looking at. If you're super serious about your tracking, if you're super serious about your exercising and everything, you should be looking at options from Fitbit or Garmin or even the recently launched Mi Watch Revolve. Those options are something that are well catered to your tracking needs. That said, I know there is a portion of the audience out there, like a major portion out there, who just values, well, a smartwatch that can last for quite some time, is quite stylish, has a lot of watch faces available, and just gives you the ability to just see your notifications even if you're not able to reply to them. And if that's what you're looking at, the Amazfit GTR 2 is a very, very good option. It's not the best for sure, but it's probably the best for a lot of you guys out there simply because it checks all of those boxes just that I mentioned. And well, that was it. If you like this video, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Till then, this is Varun from Guiding Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.